This is Colossus252.
And this is PointOfImpact93.
We are the Gamers Immortal. This is the third Colossus in the game, and I'm going to show you how to beat it. So you have to stand on the little point. I messed up a few times at the beginning. You have to stand on the little stone point in the center and try and get him to hit it with his sword. So that'll break off his armor so you can climb up.
Yeah, again, as we said in the last two videos, Colossus here is like a Colossus killing ninja. It's like he does it like it's his job. He just sits here and kills these things, like, and just handles his business well. So I'm impressed. You guys can all be impressed too.
You just need to lure him over to the edge as much as you can, and then try going back to the center so that his sword will hit the stone pillar, like I was saying. Stone ring, I guess.
Yeah, so you just kind of stand here and wait for him to come back at you, just like, hey, what's up? Come at me, bro. Come on, bring it, pussy. And then dive out of the way. Boom! Destroys his little thing, and his arm's like, oh god. He had no idea it was going to happen like that. He didn't know what was going on.
Yeah, and then after you do that, you need to get him to swing his sword again, and it'll get stuck in the dirt, and you need to climb up onto it. I messed up the first time, but that's not my fault.
Yeah, dude pulled his sword out a little too quick. He had nothing to grab onto, so he falls off, hits the ground. Luckily, your guy is like a cat. He just hits the ground and takes no fall damage. Just boom, I'm fine. It's all good. So yeah, let's give him a swing again, dive out the way. Run back and climb up some bitch.
This time I got lucky.
He almost fell off again, but pulls some crazy jelly shit, hangs on to it, and pulls himself back up, and runs up his arm. Jump as much as you can without falling, because jumping makes movement so much quicker, especially if you time it correctly, like Colossus here always seems to be able to do flawlessly.
Oh yeah.
Just make sure you time your jumps. Don't jump off him, but jump when you can, because it really does save you a shit ton of time. It makes up a lot of ground. Climb along back in his stanky ass armpits here. And you make your way over to his back, climb up on his shoulders, go to his weirdly misshapen head there, and yet again, boom, there's a little glowy spot for you.
This isn't the only one, though. There is a second one after this. You'll see how to get there at the time. So just stab it until it disappears, and then you can continue the next one.
So yeah, that one's done. Make sure you don't fall off and just fling his head, and just kind of run across his body, and Colossus will show you where glowy spot number 2 is. Instead of actually climbing down every little layer, again, the same as with the jumping, just drop where you can.
You gotta stab him in his belly button. He needs it pierced.
That's what happens when you get nasty ass tattoos on your belly button. People come up and stab them.
Don't get any these tattoos on your belly button. You might get stabbed a few times.
Little Asian kids will come crawling all over your body and start sticking little needles in your belly button.
Yeah, you don't want that.
Or maybe you do want that. There you go. I just gave you a trick to pick up little Asian boys. Fucking creepers.
And there went all the pedophile audience we had.
We don't need them anyway. And there's the end of that Colossus kill. You always, like I said in the last video, you always can tell when Colossus is dead, because it goes all slow motion for your last stab, and then it drops down into widescreen for whatever reason. I don't know if to make it more cinematic or what. It drops into widescreen, there's a big epic death scene go on.
So intense.
And then, you know, you hit the ground, the black tendrils come out, fly in the air, and then boom! Stab you, and it goes widescreen again. and your little dude hits the ground every time. You think by the third time here he'd be used to it, but I guess not. So yeah, that's the end of that video.